The man finally returned home for the first time after 3 years of marriage. His wife was wearing headphones and listening to music, so she had no idea that her husband was already home. The moment she turned around, she was so startled that she scattered flower petals all over him. Looking at the man who felt both familiar and unfamiliar, the wife was completely stunned. After making sure that he really was her husband, she could not help asking why he had suddenly come home today. The husband apologized for leaving on a business trip on their wedding day, but the wife was not upset about it at all. She simply felt that the man standing before her seemed very serious. That night, for the first time in 3 years of marriage, they slept in the same bed. They simply wished each other good night, then closed their eyes and went to sleep. When the wife woke up the next morning, she realized that her husband was no longer beside her. He had already gotten up and changed into his clothes. He had even personally prepared a new pair of slippers for her. This unexpected act of kindness deeply touched the wife, so she clipped the hairpin from her hair onto the slippers. Only then did the husband realize how adorable his wife really was. Later the wife started making breakfast, but the husband suddenly rushed over and asked why it smelled so bad. He immediately called someone to check whether there was a problem with the plumbing, but the smell was actually coming from the rice noodles the wife was cooking. This type of rice noodles is famous for its strong and pungent smell. The wife quickly explained that it was her breakfast. She said that although it smelled awful, it tasted absolutely delicious. Then she invited the husband to try some, but he still refused with a look of disgust. Later the husband left for work at the company, and the wife happily finished her breakfast. Just then her mother called her and asked her to come home for dinner at 5 o'clock that evening, so the wife asked her husband if he had time to go with her. To her surprise, he agreed without any hesitation. The very next second he cancelled all of his meetings and told his assistant that he was going back to visit his wife's family with her. Later the wife was 5 minutes late because of traffic, but as soon as she arrived, she saw her husband waiting for her at the front door. She immediately walked over and held his arm. Then she explained that to avoid any unnecessary trouble, they had to act like a loving couple in front of her family. But while everyone was having dinner together, her mother openly criticized her in front of everyone. She blamed her daughter for not giving her husband a child sooner. She even said that if she refused to have children, her husband would eventually throw her out of the house. Fortunately, the husband stood by his wife's side the entire time, but her mother continued humiliating her without stopping. In the end, the wife angrily declared that her life was her own choice. The husband also said that he would respect every decision his wife made. Later the wife sincerely thanked him for standing up for her in front of her family, but the husband told her that protecting her was his responsibility because she was the most important family member in his life.